Wow, it's got a nice case that comes in. So let's go ahead and pull that out. And this thing is not light. It's got some weight to it. Kind of surprised. I want to see exactly what is causing so much weight. This is supposed to be a nice quality studio light. So let's go ahead and get it all out and see what we got going on. So this is hatched here. And open this up and see what we got in here. We got a power brick with a power adapter end, another power brick. Here are the cords. They look nice and long. Another cord for the other one. I have the X6034. Let's take a look. I'm guessing maybe a controller. Looks like I am correct. Wow. And looks like this pops open like such. Comes with a battery. Go ahead and throw that in while we're here. Plus up like such. And that is quite the LCD display. Liquid crystal display, actually. And it looks like we have two of them. Probably one for each one. All right. I'll go ahead and pull that out. And it looks like some kind of strap. I don't think that we need that right now. All right. Stars of the show. These are the panels. These look like they're magnetic. Go ahead and take the plastic off. That was protecting it while it was in transit. And I don't think it really matters. That does. So they just snap on like that, and you can take these off simply like that. So you can adjust how much light goes in what direction by opening and closing these. So if you want to have a very narrow light, you can do that. Or if you're nice and wide and you don't care how much light spills out, you can do that. And it has a nice screw type holder on the back here. Momentarily, I'm going to go ahead and get the other one out and get it prepared. Again, remove the plastic. Make sure those line up. Again, same situation. So we'll go ahead and set this off to the side because we have this and this. I don't see anything else in here. I'm guessing these are the stands, the legs. Nothing else outside of there. Very heavy duty, solid legs. I'll go ahead and loosen that up. Very nice. There's the other one. So you have to do a wide stance with these. All right, I'm gonna set these down here for now and try to figure out these lights. So it looks like you can get battery packs for these to charge off of that so that you're not running power cords to it. But these ones here have power cords. So we'll go ahead and undo one of these. And that just goes in right there like that. And it looks like you have a brightness up and down, different types of settings here. That is for your battery, or that is we'll be using plug. So let's go ahead and drop this down here. I'm going to need one of these cords. Interesting. This basically sits up on top of here, and there's a nice section for it to really dig in. So I'm going to go ahead and put it down here now. And you can see here is the controller, and the controller has channel 2 at the top. And then it even has further channels at the bottom. There's an A through F. So if you have a lot of these in here, you can have a controller for each one. There is a power button, and if you hold it, turns it off and back on. If you hold it down completely, it just turns off the controller so that you can't accidentally bump the settings or not. And then a quick turn on just turns it back on. Now what's cool is you have this little wheel here. And if you press the button, you can see it switches between this one or this one. And if I turn that one down, you can see that the light starts to turn down or completely off. If you press it again, you can actually change the frequency or the hertz of the light to get it to a specific type of color that you're looking for. Like that one there is 8,000. That's 5,900, that's 4,500, that's 3K. So it looks like it goes from 3K to 8K. And again, if I press the button again, I can start cranking it up and get much brighter. So there's 100% at 8K. So as you can see, it's very bright. But that is really cool because now I can take this and bring it around to this area, and you can see up there is the settings that I was doing before. Here's the on off, and you can actually adjust all the settings like you can using the remote control on the back. So if I press that again, you can see I can start changing the frequency to get that color that you're looking for. So if you want that nice tan look, you can do that, or if you want a nice bright white light, you can do that. And you can use these to really close off and point some of that light. And I'm going to go ahead and go back up to the thing, and you can see that is really adjustable there. That's pretty cool. So you can see that I'm changing the setting to A, and I'm going to do channel 1. So now this one here is set to 1 and A, and I can turn it off and on. So very cool. And of course do all the other settings with it. So I'm going to try to match this up with the other one, which was 60% with the 8K. So 60%, 8K. All right, and you can see absolutely beautiful. You got the controllers, nice bright light to show things off. So if you're looking for some studio lighting that is crazy bright, turn these down again. You can see that I'm turning them up and down. I'm going to set these to be about 17%. That's pretty good.